Hello everyone, my name is Hassan and I'm the founder of Shift. I previously made a video of 2 minute short video of showing how Shift can be used, and it got a lot of views and a lot of people started trying it and a lot of support, and I really appreciate that. And there was a lot of recommendation, a lot of suggestions, a lot of questions from people, and it was I did not expect it, and it was a lot of people. And I decided to make a more detailed video with the new big feature that I just dropped and many people asked for it, and also to explain some of the questions, most people, good questions that most people asked at the end of the video. And I'm going to show a lot of cool use cases for more examples of what Shift can do. So just for context, Shift is an AI app that lets you edit text and code on the spot anywhere on the laptop. You just, for example, you download it, you run it, and then you select the text anywhere, it doesn't matter. Right double shift key, and then you say, for example, add comment to this code, and then you wait, and it's going to do it for you. So it works anywhere. If I go on, I don't know, notes, I wrote text here before, I can just say write a story, I don't know, anything, just a quick example. Also, of course, if I select it and I say make this story into a poem, there you go. My laptop CPU is overloading because it's an old laptop. It's very light, by the way. It only consumes 80 I think it's around 70 megabytes of RAM, so very lightweight. That's just the general idea. There's also chat mode here. So if you want to talk about something, same idea, right double shift, and then you hold on right shift key and it automatically turns it on. Of course, you can click on it too, but I like this way better because now I don't have to move the mouse every time. If I double shift on it and then I say, what is this? I like the tiny thing usually, but you can also increase the window, and it's always on top of every window. So I like it tiny, and this, you know, when I look at something, it doesn't really occupy anything. I like it. Just explaining the story because I double shifted on it. Again, hold on shift key, automatically turns it off and on. So now let's get to the big feature that I just dropped. A lot of people asked for, because this is going through my servers, and then it tracks the tokens, and then you get paid. You get charged the usage fee that you had for that month, which is that's how it usually works. But a lot of people said they have their own API keys and they want to use it with the Shift. So I just dropped this section API where I already have Google set up here, where you can simply go and get your API key and then put it here. Automatically validates it. If it's invalid, it's going to say invalid. For example, if I put my Google this, I think it's because of the password protected. Anyways, if I put something in here that is not valid, there you go, automatically validates after you paste it there. So when it validates, I do not have my key here, unfortunately, but I can probably copy this, but I can't, like, hold on, just let me try this. Yeah, I can't copy it because it's a password. I have to reveal it first. The general idea is you put your key here and it's going to turn green like this automatically, and it's going to automatically turn on the toggle button. When the toggle button is on, it means you're using your API key for all the shortcuts, AI models. If you choose, like, for example, the Claude here, and you have your API key activated, it doesn't go through my service, it goes through yours. But if it's off, automatically switches. So you can, for example, if you want to use ChatGPT sometimes, but you have your Claude, you can just add simply Claude and activate the toggle button for Claude only, and the rest goes through my servers and gets the token usage gets tracked here. As you can see, we have the budget limit. If it's above 10, it's by default 10. You can change it. It doesn't allow anything, and if I put it, for example, 0.05 cents, it shows this here, and it says go and either turn it off. And if I try to send a message, it doesn't send because there's this budget. You can set your own. By default, it's 10, yeah, so that's a secure feature we have here. And your usage is basically when it goes through my servers, I'm paying for the providers based on your usage, so you pay the same amount, so I can pay it off. But if you don't have your API keys, that's okay. You can just use this. Automatically tracks the tokens, give you the updates, and you can see how much you've used, some graphs, and just the general stuff. We're going to go to the shortcuts, which is a big feature. A lot of people have been using them, and that's nice. And the main feature of shortcuts is basically you select your model, you have a repetitive task, right? And you don't want to enter it again and again and again. So what you do, you write the prompt first here. You give it a key combination. Like here, I can do double command, for example. So if I do double command and I say add comments and logs to this code, just an example, for example, I want Flash. I like Flash. It's very fast. So now it's double command linked to this prompt. If I go back here and then select double command, done. And this is done actually through my my API because this is activated. So this is my service, your API. By the way, I forgot to say, these APIs are locally encrypted in your keychains device. I really care about security and I try to make it as local as possible. There's nothing collected on the cloud about the prompts. There's no logs. The only thing that's tracked is your login for the subscription and the account, and also the token usage for the usage. That's about it. Everything is done locally. These APIs are encrypted with the keychain, so they're pretty secure. And also, an underrated thing most people forget is these buttons. Personally, I have a lot of APIs, and I have to go through a whole website, go to dashboard, go to this place, to get to the API section. And I was like, I actually use these buttons a lot. So if I want to get to my OpenAI keys, I just click in, and there you go. This is the OpenAI website with the API keys. Just get to my APIs directly, which is pretty nice. It's very underrated, actually. So yeah, you just add it, automatically validates it with the provider, and automatically also tears it down usually if I add it back. So yeah, that's for the API keys. You can use your own now, and if the button is off, automatically switches to my servers. You never feel any errors for that like that. So the chats are saved. Only the chats are saved only locally. Again, nothing on the cloud. There's no reason to. Only the chats though. If you're on edit mode, the chats like this. If you're on edit mode, they are not saved. Although, if you want your previous prompts, I was like, sometimes I want my previous prompts. You can scroll through them by up and down keys, which is very nice actually. I thought of it myself, all of it, and then you can see all your past 30 prompts and you can access them like with the up and down button, which is very nice. So I'm gonna go show and some cool examples of what stuff can be used. If I go in here, let's put it on Claude actually. No, sorry, my bad. So if I go here, I do like, for example, summon a cool train animation in my terminal, in my macOS terminal. Let's see what it does. I'm not sure if it's gonna work, but we'll see. I thought of this idea, so this is very cool actually. I think it's going through a little bit up there. Oh, is it working? Let's click on it. It is working. Let's zoom it. Ah, that's so pretty. Okay, I want it to move though. Let's actually let me zoom in a little. Let's bring it back. Make it move around. Let's see if it works. Come on. I think my internet is slow a little. Oh, there you go. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. Yeah, it's usually faster. I'm not sure why it feels so slow today. Maybe because of my internet connection, but who knows? Actually, can I make a cat? If I bring it back here and I say cool cat animation, maybe? Does it do that? Not sure. All right, let's see. Okay, this does not look like a cat, but it is moving. That's cool. Or it can be used like, I actually used it to turn off my fans because they were making so much noise. I said, write a terminal command to turn off my fans, and it did that. So yeah, it's pretty useful when you want to write a command that you forgot, or you want to do something in your laptop and you don't know the command, you just paste it there, click on it. For security, for risky stuff, probably not the best way, but probably chat mode would be better to discuss it before, but it's actually pretty cool. So yeah, that's one cool thing that I thought about, and that's actually the thing. Shift is not bound to one app like itself. It can go on other apps and interact with them. So so many possibilities can come out of it. There's so many ways it can be used. It's like a code editor on everything. Of course, it can be used for coding, but also not for just coding, but also writing. It can be used on Excel, it can be used on PowerPoint, it can be used everywhere on the spot, and that is what makes it powerful. What if there are people who code in Vim? There's not really much tools in Vim for AI, so you can even use this on Vim, or Xcode, for example, does not have that many features like VS Code or something. Not everybody's coding in VS Code, so I think that's going to help those people, and it's just opened so many possibilities and so many ways to use it. I did get a lot of requests to increase the shortcuts because a lot of people were using them and they wanted more other than double tap, more customization. I'm going to be adding later this week customization, so it works with two keys combinations, like, I don't know, command space to do this. But yeah, there's still a lot, but they're all double tap. It's very easy, the easiest way, because you just tap on one thing double. But I'm going to be adding more customization for these shortcuts very soon. Of course, there's usage. I explain everything here. Another thing that I want to explain, actually, that can be used, for example, shortcuts, or well, everything you can do with shortcuts, you can do with this too, but this is faster. For example, I can say, let's go Flash. Of course, I have also DeepSeek, by the way, here. And these two models, these are provided by Grok, not with a K, with a Q. It's a chip company that runs under huge chips. These open source AI models. So this DeepSeek R1 is actually DeepSeek R1 Llama 3.370B, and it's incredibly fast. And I did not want to use the original DeepSeek R1 because of, well, the performance issue and also security wise. So these two are from Grok with a Q at the end. So yeah, let's get to it. Let's say write an answer to this email for me. Make it warm and human, for example. Of course, you can write a long one, of course, too. We're going to make a second one with double control. So if I go, for example, I don't know, here, and I want to answer to this email, there you go, double control, put it here, and it's gonna do it here. There you go. Just maybe do some changes, and of course you can in system instructions. It's going to take a while. It's loading. So it's the system instruction. You can add your own custom system instruction. This is very enforced and global across all the models, shortcuts. This system instruction will be applied, and it's very enforced. So if you want a specific personality, a specific way to write, a specific way to do things, you add it here. And even if you say, for example, if I say 2 + 2, hold on. I mean, I can show it. Should always be 5. Even if you argue with it, it's always going to say it's 5. Let's choose, I don't know, let's still choose Flash. We can choose another model. Haiku. What is 2 + 2? I'm not sure why it's slower than usual. There you go, it says 5. Don't bother arguing, it's always going to say 5. So yeah, that's pretty powerful. It's more powerful than just sending prompts each time. So if you want a specific thing, a specific personality, something to be forced. There's some other things. The context feature, for people who have not watched the previous video, is when you're reading, you want the AI to know some API documents or your research papers, and you want to save it. Save it like as context all the time. So if I want the whole thing as context, I just select it, double shift key, it says add it to context, and you see something here is context. So now it shows only a few lines. Of course, it saves the whole thing, but it shows you the first few lines to see which context is which one. And so yeah. So if I go and write a prompt, it's going to send this with the prompt that you do, and it's going to be saved for future as well, unless if you turn this off, and now you send something. I don't know, let's go here. Let's just say hi with it, nothing meaningful. But if I go back, you see automatically gets deleted. But if I turn it on and then go here, put it back to context, this can be multiple research paper. You can add it to the context, API documentation, you can put it to context for the AI knows. And if I go back and say, okay, another hi, it is, I mean, it is sending the thing. I'm just maybe I should see it still shows the context not removed when this is by default on. So I can say, what is this? And it knows the context always. It's going to explain this email about, there you go. It's an email about the new update. All right. So yeah, we can just delete yourself. All depends on you. By default, chat the memory has chat. I think I turned it off before, but the chats have memory, but it's going to be a little it costs a little more tokens, but not that much. It depends on the length. So there's also automatic chat deletion. By default, it's 1 week. So these chats that get saved here that you do here will be automatic. The ones that are 1 week old will be automatically deleted. Since this is local, all locally, this is nothing on the cloud. This is just to prevent. You're not always going to look at the chats that are 1 week old. So this is just to prevent them accumulating. Of course, you can set it up to none. You can set it 1 month, 1 year, whatever you desire. I do push updates and new features through here. It checks every 1 minute for the new update, and you can simply. It also shows something here. So when you're working, because most people they will close this window because all they need is this one. This is just to set things up. The whole app would be basically not much UI, which is a good point because you don't want for it to be intrusive. So yeah, that's about it. I wanted to answer some questions. Again, security-wise, I try to keep everything as local as possible. There's not much things saved on the cloud, also not logged. There's some questions about Windows, when this will be available for Windows. I have been working on it, but if you want to know when it's out, you can just go on the website and join the waitlist. A lot of people have joined, and I really appreciate that. And if you want to try the app, you can go on the website and try it now. And if you have any suggestions, you can contact me directly, and I will make them in the new updates based on the priority. And I will be adding again more shortcuts since a lot of people asked, and a lot of people asked for APIs, so I released it the next day. Um, so I think that's about it. There's a lot of people who said they would want one time. I think a few, not a lot of people. There was a few people that asked that why is it not a one-time subscription. I do work on it around 10 to 12 hours a day, coding new features, not always fixes. As you can saw, like as you can see, people said we want to add our own API keys, and I dropped it the next day. Maybe I'm not sure if it was the next day, but maybe the same day too. I have lost count of the time. It's been 3 days I haven't slept. So yeah, I am pushing for new features. I have many new ideas to add. As you can see, it's already pretty usable, but it can be better. I have big ideas for it. I'll be probably sharing a link to a project that I did before called Omni, so you can have an idea of how Shift will be in a few months as well, because there will be a lot more stuff going on in here. I really appreciate the support. I got so many people, so many nice comments. I made a 2-minute video just for, I did not expect anything from it. And there was a lot of, I spent so much time coding this um, since November. I've been coding it 15 hours a day, 12 hours a day. I'm still actually coding it more often now that people send those nice comments. So I really appreciate that. It means a lot to me since I really spent so much time on this. And if you have anything, you can always contact me and I will always answer everyone. So thank you so much and have a good day.